Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works, as long as it is sturdy and comfortable. You don't want to feel like you're about to fall over because you feel like you haven't been sitting in a comfortable way or a sturdy way. You don't want to feel like you're about to get up and move. So you want to find something stable. Kind of gives us that feeling that we're going to stay here. We also don't want to be uncomfortable because then we'll be worried about the body and how it feels, and maybe it's hurting a little bit and whatever. And it's especially important with these 20-minute meditations. So just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice, as always. But of course, if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing so, feel free to do so. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you, kind of glancing at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring and analyzing or concentrating on a particular spot on the floor, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly yet clearly downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable, and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze directed softly downwards. Let go of the day so far. All the things you have done. Or maybe you're doing this in the morning and you have a whole day ahead of you. But just for now, let's just set it all aside. You can pick it up later. The giant to-do list, the tasks that need to be completed, just simply set them aside. Put down the burden of your day. And just settle here and now. Settle where you always are and will always be, this moment. And resolve to really be here. To not be distracted by worries or problems, or even little things like fantasies, TV shows that you've watched. Just this. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, and there's no one to become. Be here now and completely rest. And if you're normal, I'm probably catching you in the middle of a thought right now. You were distracted from this moment. And that's okay. That's a habit. It's normal. But it is why we suffer. Continuously being lost in thought is why we live a life more difficult than it needs to be. And we don't need thoughts to be quiet for us to be happy or to notice this moment as it is. Because thoughts happen now too. So instead, though, we can just leave our thoughts alone. Let them be. Let them think what they want to. You don't have to follow them. And a method that we use to assist leaving our thoughts alone is, of course, bringing our attention away from thinking to something else that's easy to notice. Something that only happens now. And that, of course, is the coming and going of the breath. So find the breath wherever you feel it the most. You could feel it anywhere from the tip of your nose to the lower belly and anywhere in between. And just recognize the gentle rhythm. Instead of paying attention to this next thought, see if you can just stay with breathing, gently rising and falling. And I'm probably catching you thinking again, and that's okay. This is the practice. When you notice you're lost in thought, just keep returning to the breath. Not a forceful thing, not even a lot of effort, just a gentle return to breathing. come back. Come back to breathing. Wake up. Wake up from thinking. Return to the breath, rising and falling. Remember, thoughts don't have to be quiet for us to notice the breath. We notice the breath as thinking happens. Release control. Stop trying to make it go your way. Just remain with breathing. You are here. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to seek. It is always now. The future is thinking, and so is the past. Life doesn't exist, or rather, existence doesn't exist in the past or the future. They're concepts. So just be here, right now. Let go. Allow this moment to be exactly as it is, and completely rest. Okay, you can look at the screen. There's nothing much really to say, is there? I have no idea what I'm going to say at the end of these meditations. And there's really nothing to say because it is always now. It's just right here. Without our baggage. Usually when we want to be here in the moment, we're really carrying along the crap from the past. I'm this kind of person. This is me and this is my story. And I'm going over here and this is what I want to do. Future. Both are just ideas. And they have a weight to them. They bog us down. How often do we let our Mondays ruin our Sundays? or some procedure we may have, or tied up about what happened in the past, or always wanting to return to the past because of the good old days. It's all thinking. This practice is beautiful because it allows us to really recognize what is going on, which is this moment. Most of our psychological suffering, if you notice, when you're having a bad day, watch your thoughts. I promise you, they are thoughts about the future or the past. Being attached to thinking, being bamboozled and taken in by thought, keeps us from recognizing what is already here. This. So practice, and I urge you to practice outside of these videos. Sit on your own in a quiet room and just practice. Just notice the breath and leave alone the past and the future. Leave alone all thinking. Learn the skill because it will benefit you greatly. And it will allow you to live a life that isn't full of struggle and angst, as natural as that all is. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for your time. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.